Hey guys, this is a video response to a channel uh, by this couple. Their name is Tyler and Sarah, I believe, and their channel is called the Good, the Bad, and the Unusual. Almost messed that up again. I know this is like my fourth take, so I did a lot of takes. Anyway, this is Pie. This is a very good film by Darren Aronofsky. I'm a huge fan of his. I also like Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan. There's some other films he's done that I really don't enjoy, but those are the three I enjoy. So Pi is basically about a guy named Max. He's a brilliant mathematician. He's trying to uncover a code that could, he's attempting to predict the stock market and become rich, obviously, from the stock market. But in his trying to encode this, he runs into a secret organization that wants to code for themselves in their own. But they know they can't figure out the code, so they let him have the code. Well, they let him try to figure it out, and then they want to take it from him. Also, he also runs into a rebel group of Jewish people that want the code for themselves to uncover, to get closer to God and maybe find another meaning. I don't want to ruin that for you, but definitely a very weird and out there film. It's shot in black and white. You guys probably have seen it. You probably guys own this. I believe so. You probably do. I haven't seen you show it off, but I believe you guys have this. So there's probably not one film you might not have. This one I've seen people have, so I believe you guys have it too. Bubba Hope Tap. It's directed by Dan Kakaris. I never heard of the director, but he's done a film called Fantasian, which I've never seen, so shame on me. And Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead trilogy is in it, and I honestly I've never seen the Evil Dead trilogy. I want to, but I know I would like it, but I just never wanted the plain editions. I wanted the special, really rare editions of the films. But it's on Blu-ray. I might pick it up on Blu-ray or this DVD on Blu-ray. I heard it's on Blu-ray too. So when I get the chance, I'll pick them up. So basically, it follows Elvis impersonator, but he's getting too old. He's in a retirement home. Well, he believes it's Elvis, and he befriends a guy that believes he's JFK, reincarnated or whatever. He just thinks he's JFK, and there's a 3,000-year-old mummy that's walking the halls and taking the souls of people that are about to die in this retirement home, and they're trying to stop it. So it's a really funny horror comedy. Uh, I hear some people talk about it, so it's getting a little of an underground following, and I think you guys have it. So I mean, I believe you guys have it too. I'm not sure. Fear and Loathing, people know about this film a lot, and it's from the Criterion Collection number 175. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray yet, but I want to get it on Blu-ray. And it's a Hunter S. Thompson. I don't know if I pronounced his name wrong. He's a great writer. It's inspired by a book he's written. It was basically a road trip to Vegas that he was about to cover a race because he covered races at the time, and it's directed by Terry Gilliam. Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro is in it, and it's a drug-inducing film. I really love this film. It's really funny. There's a lot of just weird visuals, really, really weird visuals. I like two scenes. Two scenes of my favorite when they go into a bar in Vegas and they just start seeing all this crazy imagery. And then they're in the hotel and they're just bugging out. They're just really crazy, taking acid and just really going crazy with the hotel staff, and just Christina Ricci's in this too. Really good film, really funny film. If you haven't seen it, but I believe you probably have. Then we got Antiflux animated series, a really good animated series. The animated style is just way out there. It's not anything inspired by Japanese or American art style, I believe, or any other art style that I can even describe. It's just really out there. And Antiflux is a secret agent. She's trying to, bring down the government, the dictatorship of government. But the funny thing is that she's also in love with this guy named Terry Goodchild, which is actually their leader, the sort of dictator of this community, this world that they live in, this futuristic world. Um, but like I said, the art style is just so crazy and so out there. It's just one that you have to see, and I believe you might have heard of it, and you might have seen it around. It was on MTV in the mid '90s, I believe, on this liquid television. It was there was no voiceover when it started on liquid television. It was really just sound effects and people, in animation. But once it got its own animated series, it did get a nice voice acting. I really like the voice acting in this. Awesome, and it falls into the genre of V for Vendetta and Matrix. I believe I would guess that's what you would consider it. This is a film by Pixie Eye Films. I don't know if you can see that right here. And they're an interesting company because they make a lot of interesting films. I did own another film by them. It was called Star Wars, but a friend never returned it. I don't know. He owns it now. Anyway, Friends Forever is about a rock band, unusual rock band that they perform out of their van, not in clubs like other rock bands do. And their music, I don't know if you characterize the music as rock. It's just crazy out there music, and it just documents them from LA to New York, and they're Trauma fans, so it's interesting to see what they when they visit New York. Um, it's hugely funny. They got uh, drug friends, and they got groupies, and they got the director is really funny. I believe the director doubled as the prop guy, their producer, their editor. Um, so he was their DP as well. So he was really into this, obviously because he had to do all that work. Um, and his name is Ben Wolfenstein. Well, it's not Wolfenstein, but it looks like Wolfenstein. But anyway, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I highly recommend it. Or any film from this company, from the Pixel Films company, man, they're really making some great, interesting films that are out there, or just hard to get, or you really don't hear that much of. So yeah, I highly recommend this film. The band is called Friends Forever, and they are friends forever. And it's just an interesting menu when you pop in the DVD, and it's just really funny. I really like this film. I really enjoy it. One of my favorites. May May is basically a sort of a quirky, dark comedy love story. It follows this out. Well, she's like an outcast or a loner, kind of has never really had a real relationship, and she starts falling for this guy, and he's really not into her as much as she thinks she's into him and stuff. So things get a little crazy. There is a good scene, like a short scene, like I guess he's a director in the film, and he's showing her his short to her, and you got to really watch that. That's one of my favorite scenes in this film. Um, Really out there film. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. I heard people talking about it, so I know people know about this film. This is also getting a little bit of a following. Lucky McKay is the director and writer, so definitely check that out. And we got Doctor Strangelove. Well, I don't want to read the whole subtitle. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this film by the legendary Stanley Kubrick, director, and Peter Sellers, legendary actor, and he's played like three parts in this film. So he worked really hard on this film. George C. Scott, really crazy out there character he plays in this. Uh, it's based off a book called Red Alert, and there's an interesting tidbit about the ending of this that the studios didn't let go, and if you want to know the alternate ending, just research it, man. It's really interesting what the ending could have been. And I wish they kept that ending because it would have been a lot more funnier. And this is one of the funniest films I own. It's really hilarious. Really highly recommended. It's in black and white. If people don't like films in black and white, then F you, because they're awesome. Some films are awesome in black and white. They just deserve black and white. I just think they give that classic look. And you know, it's basically a film about they accidentally do nuclear war on USSR. They're trying to convince the prime minister of USSR or the president or whatever that it's an accident, but he doesn't believe it, and they might go to war and stuff. So it just follows that whole the war room and everything about it. It's just hilarious. I don't know if the war room actually exists. It probably does because you always see it in movies and other movies and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it does. And then we got Brazil, another Terry Gilliam film. As you can tell, I'm quite a fan of Terry Gilliam. If you're into the whole Mighty Python thing, then this is another film you should check out. And I believe you guys are because I've seen the whole comedy edition that you're giving out, which I actually want, and I also want the hardcore edition. So either one of those would be great. So that's just letting you guys know. Brazil is a awesome film. Follows a guy that I actually don't know what the film is about. I gotta watch it more often. Um, and it includes the European and American version. This is not my favorite of Terry Gilliam's films, but it is a pretty good film. I do enjoy it. It's number 15, and I paid a large sum for this film because Criterion, they're expensive, but they're worth it. They always give you the best transfer and the best editions of the films. So always, if you're into films, look out for Criterion Collection because they give you what you want, and they're worth it. Um, this film is just weird. I really can't explain it because it's just out there, and I can't do it justice by trying to explain it. You gotta just see it yourself if you haven't seen it. It is a good film. I do enjoy it. It's not my favorite of his films, but I do enjoy it. And you got to get used to the comedy that the European comedy that they bring because Terry Gilliam is European, and so is the Mighty Python group, which he's been working with for years. Actually, I think he's been their director for their whole career. So I don't know. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's a good film. I really highly enjoy it. So I'll see you guys later. Definitely check out their channel. I know I haven't been doing many videos, but I'm trying to get back into it. I just got my PS3 back. I just bought one recently, the slim model, and I'm just trying to get back into the video thing. So I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I win, and good luck to everybody else. Later. Oh, I forgot my control.